The French Revolution was a period of far-reaching social and political upheaval in France and its colonies, beginning in 1789 and ending in 1799. The revolution overthrew the monarchy, established a republic, catalyzed violent periods of political turmoil, and finally culminated in a dictatorship under Napoleon, who brought many of its principles to areas he conquered in Western Europe and beyond. Inspired by liberal and radical ideas, as equality before the law, the revolution made a profound impression on the course of modern history, influencing the decline of absolute monarchies while replacing them with republics and liberal democracies. The causes of the French Revolution are complex and are still debated among historians. The American Revolution helped set the stage for the events of the French Revolution, having shown France that a rebellion based on Enlightenment principles, including natural rights and equality for all citizens, against an authoritarian regime could succeed. The National Assembly of France even used the American Declaration of Independence as a model when drafting the Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen in 1789. The Americans' victory over the British may have been the single greatest impact on the start of the French Revolution. Following the 7 Years' War and the American Revolutionary War, the French government was deeply in debt. It attempted to restore its financial status through unpopular taxation schemes, which were heavily regressive. Leading up to the Revolution, years of bad harvests worsened by deregulation of the grain industry and 50 consecutive days of temperatures below freezing in the winter of 1788 and 1789 inflamed popular resentment of the privileges enjoyed by the aristocracy and the Catholic clergy of the established church. Demands for change were formulated in terms of Enlightenment ideals on democracy and contributed to the convocation of the Estates General in May 1789. During the first year of the Revolution, members of the Third Estate, or commoners, took control. The Bastille was attacked in July. The Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen was passed in August, and the Women's March on Versailles forced the royal court back to Paris in October. A central event of the first stage, in August 1789, was the abolition of feudalism and the old rules and privileges left over from the Ancien Régime. The next few years featured political struggles between various liberal assemblies and right-wing supporters of the monarchy, intent on thwarting major reforms, promoted by the Jacobins, led to the insurrection of August 10, 1792, and the arrest of Louis XVI and the royal family. The Republic was proclaimed on September 22nd, after the first French elections and the victory of Valmy. Its goal was to unify France and to introduce the same taxes and democratic elections for more citizens. It opposed prerogatives in a momentous event that led to international condemnation and an internal struggle in the convention between the Girondins and the Montagnards. Louis XVI was executed in January 1793. External threats closely shaped the course of the revolution. The French Revolutionary Wars unleashed a wave of global conflicts that extended from the Caribbean to the Middle East. Internally, popular agitation by the sans-culottes radicalized the revolution significantly, followed by the insurrection at the end of May and the rise of Maximilien Robespierre. A levy en masse, an army of volunteers, to beat the external and internal enemy, culminated in a federalist revolt in the South and the West. The dictatorship imposed by the Committee of Public Safety established price controls on food and soap, introduced a secular Republican calendar, de-established the Catholic Church, de-Christianized society. During what was called the Reign of Terror, religious and political leaders were expelled, arrested, or executed. The borders of the new republic were secured from its enemies. After the fall of Robespierre and Thermidorian reaction, an executive council known as the Directory assumed control of the French state in 1795. They suspended elections, repudiated debts, creating financial instability in the process, persecuted the Catholic clergy, and made significant military conquests on the Italian peninsula. Dogged by charges of corruption, the Directory collapsed in a coup led by Napoleon Bonaparte in 1799. Napoleon who ended and became the hero of the Revolution, established the consulate, and later the First French Empire. The modern era has unfolded in the shadow of the French Revolution. Almost all future revolutionary movements looked back to the Revolution as their predecessor. Its central phrases and cultural symbols, such as La Marseillaise and Liberté, Fraternité, Égalité, ou la mort, became the clarion call for other major upheavals in modern history, including the Russian Revolution over a century later. Historians widely regard the Revolution as one of the most important events in human history. The values and institutions of the Revolution dominate French politics to this day. The Revolution resulted in the suppression of the feudal system, emancipation of the individual, a greater division of landed property, abolition of the privileges of noble birth, and nominal establishment of equality among men. The French Revolution differed from other revolutions in being not only national, for it intended to benefit all humanity. Globally, the revolution accelerated the rise of republics and democracies. It became the focal point for the development of most modern political ideologies, leading to the spread of liberalism, radicalism, nationalism, and secularism, among many others. The revolution also witnessed the birth of total war by organizing the resources of France and the lives of its citizens towards the objective of national defense. Some of its central documents, such as the Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen, continued to inspire movements for abolitionism and universal suffrage in the next 2 centuries. Vidipedia.com is the video version of Wikipedia, dubbed the YouTube of Wikipedia. Every topic is simply explained in a short video. If you like our video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more videos like this, please also leave us a comment below and tell us what topics you want us to cover next.